Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clash of the Podcast. I am Conrad Cushman, representing Everything Pro Wrestling. He is Sean Hubbard, representing Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Together, we are Clash of the Podcast. We have a lot to discuss tonight. I really don't even have time for any jokes, games. There'll be some in between, of course, but we don't have any time to waste in the beginning of this. We got to get to our shout outs and such, and let's get to our usual stuff. I mean, Sean, unless there's anything else you want to add to that intro.
Of course, man. Let's rock and roll. Conrad, my brother from another, drop that thing.
Thank you so much for everyone who supports us each and every single Monday while doing this. If you could do us a favor, make sure you are subscribed to both Everything Pro Wrestling and Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. We're going back to the old school, the purposes of this. We do have Clash of the Podcast specials over on Hubbard Wrestling Weekly as well if you enjoy the show. Also, do us a big favor, hit like on the video, spread the word. When he does videos, hit like on the video, spread the word. Helps us out greatly, tremendously. Leave a comment after. I don't care if you leave just a fruit emoji. You could put any emoji in
Doesn't
there.
matter.
I don't care. Leave something. I'll comment back. Comments also help. Being in the chat. Get engaged. If you've never listened to us live, come in here, man. Everyone's welcome. Even if we disagree with you vehemently, you're welcomed in. There's people in the chat who I disagree with all the time.
It's better that way.
It is. It is. And I want to take a quick moment before we get into the chat shout-outs to recognize my brother Sean, man. Sean's having a good day today, and Sean knows why, but I want Sean just, if you see that special glow on him today, you know why. Big things popping in the world of Sean Hubbard.
Thank you, Conrad. I call him my, in addition to all my family members and friends, Conrad included, I was able to reach out and give the good news. Guys, I was having a rough time, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing at work, and it was a lot of struggles, but by the grace of God, I got hired today for a brand new, amazing job. What the job is, I'll kind of keep hush-hush for the moment, but I'm thoroughly excited, thoroughly happy, and extremely blessed. God is good. Today is a good day.
Make sure you guys show love to Sean in the chat, man. Let's get to it, man. Run it down. Clown says afternoon, everyone. Clown, what's good?
Cleasy. 1-3Z, 4-tweezy.
Yo, Snoop Jr. over here is banned from that one. I do like it, though. That one may have to stay just for Clown.
There you go.
Great Thompson says, happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. NXT Deadline was a pretty good show this weekend. I hope Obafemi takes the title soon. That was on our docket, and then it got scratched off by other looming news. Yes.
RT, always a blessing to have you here. You and your beautiful family are always a blessing to me on Facebook.
I skipped one of Clown's comments. He also said congratulations on the Mets getting Soto.
Oh, baby. Don't get me too fired up. Cleasy, I'm fired up about it. Oh, man. $765 million. Good God almighty.
Bobby Bonilla, just he over here like, man, I wish I would have. I wish I would have. Imagine just waking up to a check every July of just a mill, just for
GP.
Just for sitting. You could, man, just sitting there, just sitting in your drawers, eating Cheetos every day. You go outside. My check's here.
But I will say this, though. I will say this for all the New York Met fans like me. Conrad, by the way, Yankee fan. If this doesn't work out, it's going to be the worst contract in New York Met history. If it does, look, all that matters is if we win one championship, first time since 1986, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. Yeah, no doubt. Yankee fan, for the people listening on audio, Conrad put on his Yankee hat. I'm a Met fan. I am thrilled that we signed the best free agent in the world this year. But we have to win a championship. If we don't, if we paid $765 million to win a wild card, that's not good enough.
Gotta put the pieces there. Give them some time, but Hopefully it works for him. Ray's looking forward to Saturday night's main event. We'll be talking about that. I know we're a little light on some matches, but we'll get into it. Quills says, Conrad, Sean, chat, your boy Sir Quills is back to enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hub, for episode 119 of the Best Wrestling Podcast today, Clash of the By God Podcast.
Quilly.
He adds in, NXT Deadline was quite good over the weekend. Most importantly, the right winners won their respective matches. Congrats to Julia, Lola Vice, Axiom, and Nathan Frazier, Fraxium, and Obafemi and Trick Williams. I thought the middle matches, like the matches that weren't surrounding the other stuff, the tag match was good, but the other ones I was like, like the Trick match, I was just like, this isn't working right.
I'm going to say something that's really, really controversial because it's going to sound like I'm disrespecting NXT. I only watched the NXT pay-per-view because I had nothing else to do in that moment. I got home early from what I was doing. But the second part to that is this. I was very pleasantly surprised. It was a good show.
Yeah, it's not black and gold. If that's what you're looking for, you got to go in not expecting that as well. XG Dub, appreciate you, best duo in podcast land. Thank you both for always keeping me entertained while I'm finishing up my last few hours at work. Appreciate you, brother.
XG Dub, we appreciate you thoroughly, man.
Vinny.
The only Vinny we like. Says happy Monday. Looking forward to another edition of Clash of the Podcast. God bless y'all. God bless you, Vinny. Godspeed. God bless. M. Leezy. Fo. Sheezy. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's kick the week off right with the two aces of our pro wrestling community. Let's kick the week off right with the ace of our social media platforms and always keeping us in the loop. M. Leezy, we appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Matt. Matt's the reason I have some of the news updates that I do every week. So thank you. If Clown is Mr. GCW, Matt Lopez is Mr. ROH.
There you go.
Women's Iron Survivor was great. Steelers 10-3. Hey, listen, y'all got the job done. Bills, I was a little disappointed by, but you know, I feel good knowing when I watched the highlights this week. I was watching them at the gym today, and I was like, look at that holding call that nobody sees. And I'm like, I'm glad it's in the replay that no one called, or Von Miller getting.
It was rough.
But it's all right.
And a no call on that false start.
Yeah. Can't win them if the refs ain't calling it, so it's all right. Jocelyn says it's Monday. We about to go down on the week in wrestling. Let's go.
Jocelyn, we appreciate you so much. Another loyal watcher of my Hubbonomics episodes. Appreciate you.
We love Jocelyn over here, and Deanna.
We do. Most definitely. Deanna as well.
The ladies of Clash are appreciated.
There you go.
Shout out to Elite Easy E. Appreciate you, E. I know you're always in here. We're getting the congrats hubs. Congratulations.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Big shout out to Rob, too. Rob's helping me out right now downstairs with the intern, getting some paperwork together and doing what they got to do.
Nice.
Appreciate you. Vinny's giving you the congrats. Deanna said if he's glowing, come on now, Deanna.
No, you can call that out. I'm not that sensitive. I am chubby, but I am not pregnant. Wow, Deanna, I thought you were my friend. No, but hey, I know it's all jokes. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Today is a big day for me. Very happy.
I love that E knows the commands now that pop up, so he can just randomly put them up. But there is Hubbard Wrestle Weekly. If you guys want to subscribe, do it. Let's see here. Will Roman be on Saturday night's main event? He should, in my opinion. I think the next one. I feel like each show is going to be headlined by different main eventers. Like this is the Cody one. The next one might be Punk or Roman, and then then the next one will be whoever didn't go. And this is your show now.
Yes, sir.
Pro Wrestler Shoot. I hope you ain't. I will buy you with the source. I'm not joking. If I hear Cinema, Aura, any of that hot garbage that we see on social media all day, new words, people, new words. Welcome, Jesse. Make sure you guys check out the Pro Wrestler Shoot. They go live on Tuesdays. He just dropped a new video. Heard impressions are good on that bad boy, so make sure you go check that out.
Jesse's my dog, except for the fact that I've asked him for his number like 87 times so we can do some work together, and yet he just continues to respond to my let me get your number with a DM. Are you trying to tell me you don't want me to have your number, bro? If that's the case, just let me know. It's cool.
Oh, you want his number? I don't know if I have Jesse's actual home phone number. I've never, or cell phone even. I don't know if I do. Maybe I do, and I just never use it.
I don't know why people think it's easier to reach somebody on DM. And by the way, Jesse, I'm calling you out. You are a DM guy. DMs are not as accurate or as effective as just texting someone, bro. But it's all good.
Different people are different ways, though, because with me, I jump around with you. I'm like here, then I'm there, and I'm here, and I'm there.
That is not a lie.
Yeah, and then
I love it.
No, well, usually I'm just straight up in the whatever we communicate on. That's what we communicate on. But Sean will be on IG. I get links on IG from the Six Pack, and I'm like, yo, what is, bro? I don't check this. I'm on Twitter usually.
Yep.
Roman isn't advertised, of course. I like Trick, but him and Ridge did not mesh well. Y'all ain't lying. McKinney's here. Yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Fire Live Chat, the dopest podcasters in the land. Clash of the podcast, and to let y'all know, no amount of evidence will persuade an idiot.
You know what?
LFG, is that new WWE show? Legends.
I don't know if you picked up on that, Conrad. You probably did because you're a smart guy. McKinney, just tell me yes or no in the chat. That wasn't just a random comment you just made. That was some real stuff you just put up there about something that's happening in the news. Am I right? Just let me know yes or no. And if so, I agree. Some real life stuff came out today, Conrad. I don't know if you've been following the news today. Some real life.
Are we talking about The Rock in your area?
Yeah, we're talking about something that has nothing to do with wrestling.
Hip hop?
No. A very unfortunate things that we can't talk about on the air, but I will talk to you off the air.
Okay, yeah, let me know, because there's a lot of bad stuff going on. Joel says, love you guys. Happy Monday. Joel, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $1 super chat.
Right back at you, man.
Those super chats go a long way. Trust and believe that.
Yes.
John G, King of R&B, in the house. What's good, John?
Take my money, my house and my cars. That's some Jodeci for you, man. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, John G, with the R&B.
Yeah, Joel feels me on the cinema. How about dynamic as a new word? Let me see. Jesse said, oh, Kyra, you do have my number. Bro, when's the last time we communicated on a text message? I can't. Maybe the first time I ever had to message you to set up whatever we were working on together. It's all good, though. Me and Jesse have our arguments back and forth, but it's all love always at the end of the day. Short story on digital media format. Aura and gaslighting drives me nuts as well. You know what I believe? Everybody's got an opinion. Step in their shoes and wonder, is what they're saying the truth? And sometimes you can chalk it up to, it doesn't matter to you at the end of the day, because sometimes you're just gonna be like, I don't care what you think.
I want to tell you something. I'm old, 1986 baby right here. There's only one new aged lingo that I actually enjoy and have incorporated into my dialect. Would you like to hear it?
Go ahead.
Cap flows. To me, you're gaslighting or cinema like that, But when somebody lies, I'm like, that's cap. See, it flows. See, these new kids, they got it's like that's the only one I like. That's the only one I like.
There's no capping going on here. Vinny says, how about dynamic as a new word? Let me see here, Sean. I need you to sing some 112.
I can do that. I got you before the night's over, Joel.
Let me see here. John G said, no problem, Sean. Vinny says, prolific. See, Vinny's got a thesaurus. He can talk.
You can tell by the shirt and tie. That brother's articulate, educated man. So I'm not surprised by that.
Yo, shout out to Delay Grats. Homie is up in here, man. Also got to give a shout out to my good friends over at Grapsody. Shout out to Reg and Phil. Check them out on Saturdays at noon if you guys are ever on the Fightful channel. Got to show them some love. McKinney says, not for anything in the news, just a conversation where evidence is loud, but the idiot won't receive the message.
Fair enough. Well, let me tell you something. What you said in just trying to promote a general message, which we do appreciate, is resonant and resonates with something that just took place in the news, guys. I'll just put it like this, Conrad, for the benefit of us not being kicked off the air. I hope that the good Lord puts us in a better place real soon as far as like the safety of us and our communities, because it's rough out here.
For sure. Yeah. I love it. I love the old man chatter in the chat. People are just I'm sick of these young kid words. Thought you were gonna say yeet.
You know what though, Ray? Like yeet, honestly, wasn't like I love it now in the wrestling world, like my boy Jey Uso, but wasn't yeet like 10 years ago?
Intern started saying yeet now too, though, because of Jey Uso. Like I'm not even gonna lie, so I'm like, yep, here it comes now.
Well, the fact that your son is saying yeet is just another reason why you are raising an amazing child.
Yeah.
Yeet. Or, listen, I'm telling you something right now, man, and we're not going to go deep into it because we have too much to talk about. All I'm going to say is, guys, don't laugh at me when I say that Jey Uso can win the Royal Rumble. Got to remember, there are 2 world titles. Do I think Jey Uso will ever be the main event? Thank you, brother. Will there ever be a time where Jey Uso main events night 2 of WrestleMania? Probably not. But is there a chance that Jey Uso can open up WrestleMania or close night 1 and beat somebody for? Don't get me started.
For sure.
Oh, wow. Did you really just do that?
Why?
That can't be real.
Read it.
Oh, that is real. 2813. Okay, now I remember.
800
Okay.
phone.
It took me a second to realize that was Mike Jones' number. I was like, what are you doing? Oh my God.
Logan James, welcome to the chat. He says Brian Gerwitz, I think I'm saying that right. Gerwitz is speculated to be the successor to WWE News and TikTok. He could be. I could see it if Rock's still there, and it's gonna be a power struggle, man, with all this stuff, man. But listen, if you come in, welcome people, hit the buttons. Like I said, hit like and do all that stuff. Let's get into Saturday night's main event, shall we?
And you know what? Before we do, I gotta say this, Conrad. Even at the fact that you're gonna be mad about it, and I don't care you're gonna be mad about it because you're gonna have to deal with it. Conrad did 90% of today's show in the production. I was busy chasing my career aspirations, which paid off today. And Conrad had my back as he held it down for the production aspect of the show. And now that I'm on cloud 9, I'm back in the mix. So thank you, Conrad.
You're all good. I'm actually looking for something to write a note on. If you guys are seeing why I'm fumbling with paper, because I'm going to log the times here, and that's what I do. I put chapters in for you guys if you watch after the fact. So if you ever forget that, come on in. Saturday night's main event is back, but it's also going to be coming back in January already.
Yeah.
San Antonio, Texas is getting themselves a new show. So if you are in that area, make sure that you are there. You can sign up for the event. Pre-sale happens in 2 days, on sale on the 13th. And
tickets are going to be reasonably priced. If you want a seat in row triple Z 100, it'll only cost you $743.
That don't sound bad compared to what I've seen. I'm not even gonna lie. Don't let it be WrestleMania. GG. Let's get into it.
Yes,
Jesse the Body Ventura is back. If I could play the Obsession song right now, I would.
There you go.
If you follow us on IG, you'll see that was a song that we used for today's promotion of the show. But it's back. Jesse Ventura's back. He says he won't be censored. I hope he gets to call out people who sold him out on trying to start a union in pro wrestling. But that's just me talking.
Brother.
What's he saying up at the door, dude? I heard him.
What a clown.
So he'll be on commentary. I don't think he'll be doing the whole show. I assume it's just going to be the main event.
It probably will just be the main event.
Oh, sorry, with the main event line. But Jesse's perfect to have on these. And I heard he has signed up for the first 4, so he's going to be there throughout the first 4 that they do.
I love Jesse Ventura. I don't love him as much as Bobby the Brain. He didn't, God rest his soul, but I love Jesse. Jesse was good.
Who's your favorite? Is it Jesse and Gorilla, or were you Jesse and Gomez kind of guy?
Oh, are you talking about Saturday night's main event?
I'm just talking about in general. Like when Jesse's on commentary, who did you prefer?
Oh, okay. When Jesse's on, I'm about to say, Gorilla and Bobby are my favorite.
Gorilla and Bobby are mine too.
Right. I guess Jesse and you know why? You know what I'll say? I'll say Jesse and Gomez because Gomez was like he always used to punk Gomez like you're an idiot.
Because Gomez was the baby face and he wasn't a wrestler, so he could get a McMahon, like what you're talking about. Oh, turnabout's fair play now. And I always thought Jesse was making good points.
Yeah, no doubt.
WCW Jesse, not so much. I don't know.
WCW Jesse never hit because I don't think they gave him enough. It just wasn't enough traction.
Him and Shivani was like kind of weird, but we had seen that in like '89 WWF if you watched. But it was rough out here, man. Let me see. Yes, I love it. Mike Jones. Jesse Jones. Jesse started doing the raps. I'm out of here. Jesse, you know what? You get another free promotion because of that. And also, Terrell's in the house.
T3Z.
Look at him.
Everything Pro Wrestling. I'll be buying a suite for Saturday. Oh, my goodness. I'll be buying a suite for Saturday's main event. I was at Barclays yesterday, VIP, and a few rows from courtside. Listen, if you got a suite at Barclays, you need to hit me up so I can come pull up on you, dog. Like, let your boy. I'm in New York. You better let me pull up on you, T3Z. If you're getting sweets, hook me up.
Sir, here is your lightly salted and buttered popcorn for $312.
You know what the funny part is, though? I've been in the Barclays suites for a concert before, and it wasn't an arm and a leg. But I bet you WWE cost an arm and a leg.
What concert?
It was a Drake concert.
Oh.
Before Kendrick. Yeah, before Kendrick.
Let me stop. Mustard! All right.
Oh my God.
Moving on.
We haven't heard from Drake since. Good God almighty.
And I don't think we will till after the Super Bowl. Saturday night's main event, we have a title match announced. Gunther versus Finn Balor. This was a match we were supposed to get, Sean, do you remember? Right before pandemic.
Yeah.
I remember it because I was excited for this NXT UK show. I covered it and then vanished. Just never existed, never happened, never got it. I'm looking forward to this.
Finn Balor's first title reign.
No comment.
What?
You're not lying. You're not wrong. I'm just. It was there for a day, and then he came back and never saw it again.
Like WWE does, they acted like it never existed because he never got another chance.
Somebody put Drake.
Drake. The one that forgot about his kid, and the kid forgot about him.
Lose my number.
Listen, I'm not losing your number at all. Listen, I'm a Kendrick fan. I'm just saying, Drake. You know, anybody who loves Kendrick, which I do, shouldn't be so close-minded to say, "Oh, Drake is trash." Drake was not trash. Drake got trashed by Kendrick, but before Kendrick destroyed him, was Drake trash? Come on, man. Drake was a very talented guy. Come on.
Yeah. He had hits. I did see someone say the day I knew Drake couldn't freestyle, and it was like him and Flex, and he kept saying, "Yo, rewind it back." He talked for like 3 minutes, and he's looking through his phone like, "Where's the ghostwriter? Where's the ghostwriter?" They said.
Facts.
Delay Grad says Collision was such a horrible idea that WWE revived Saturday night's main event. Another example of WWE using AEW as free marketplace research. Some IWC critics have no idea how the TV biz works. Delay Grads, you are not incorrect about that. Rampage is formatted after. I just told Sean this beforehand. I always say this. Rampage is formatted exactly like the old Saturday night's main event. First match is the main event. And then after that, they just try to keep you around to see if you stick around.
That being said, which is 100% correct, my brother, kudos to WWE. I know. Kudos. Did Sean just say kudos to WWE? Wow, in 2024? No, kudos to them because this card is relatively good.
Yeah.
On paper, this card is really good. Now, we know that
this is when you could get away with 5 matches. I'm okay with it here.
I'm okay with it in this aspect. Absolutely.
Shout out to E. Everybody's going through. Guy will gamble. What's good, brother?
No bloodline on this show, by the way. Weird.
Well, there's still time. Mm-hmm. You never know. Maybe they'll add another match. Sean, do you remember when they used to start? Do you remember the start time of Saturday night's main event back in the day?
If I'm not mistaken, because I did have a bedtime as a child, I want to say 9 o'clock.
10, I believe.
It was 10. Wow. Okay.
Remember that? That's why the main event would come on first because they knew them kids were about to be knocked in our day. Like, yeah, I'm going to bed, bro.
Okay.
And it'll be on until 1 p.m.
Because I did have an 11 o'clock bedtime as for weekends when I was a kid. What about you? Did you have a bedtime?
No. My parents.
You lucky SO son of a gun, I was going to say.
It's called having parents who weren't paying attention and not fully responsible on the weekends. Eat our pizza.
You had great parents. My thing is this. My parents were awesome, But they really were big on bedtime. Like, I hated, like, having a bedtime really sucked.
Yeah,
I wasn't even tired when I had to go to bed, bro.
Listen, as long as you're not one of them kids who had to go to bed when it was still light out and stuff in the summertime, like, bro, I'm not going to sleep. It's 6:30.
But that was punishment time. I don't know about you, but punishment for me was going to bed early. And when you go to bed early in the summer, bro, you turn out the lights and it's still light in your room because the sun is still out.
Yeah, no, I never got in trouble in the summertime.
Yeah.
My trouble would stay slowly amiss, but I've always found a way out of it quickly. The match will deliver, but I hope Gunther moves off feud with Priest and Judgment Day. Listen.
You heard what I said. He's keeping the title till WrestleMania when Jey Uso takes it from him. You think I'm playing?
Priest and Finn at the Rumble. Loser leaves Raw. I have comments on this, McKinney. The card is good. I agree. Delay Grant says. Only reason Cody is the headline is because Roman didn't want to work Saturdays. No. I said each person's gonna take turns. Gunther wins this, right? I mean, I don't really have much to say.
Of course, he wins it not only because he wins it, but he wins it as I pour my generic brand orange soda because Priest is gonna get involved.
Okay. Yeah, we have to end that feud. We have to.
We're gonna end it. When did Conrad? Take the camera down and put it back on us. When did I tell you what was going to end, Conrad? I told you what it's going to end.
I'm not repeating.
You never listened to me.
I'm denying this. No, this is not about listening. This is about why do we do this? Why is this feud? I don't care.
Why are you looking for logic in World Wrestling Entertainment? Have you not listened to me for the past year and a half when I boycotted WWE for 6 months? I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's reality. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania. They're going to drag it until then. Wrap your brain around it. The sooner you accept it, the better you'll understand, the better you'll feel. That's what's happening. They are dragging it out. They're not going to face each other at the Royal Rumble. You know why? Because they're both going to be in the Royal Rumble. They're not going to face each other at the Elimination Chamber because they're both going to be in the Elimination Chamber. They are going to face each other at WrestleMania. Accept it and move on. Chat, am I right or am I wrong?
Why, though? It's just, I'll stand on my hill. It's not necessary. Going back to this, people just put what they thought in the chat. Who wins this one? Liv, EO. Honestly, I think you could, if you wanted to get risky and do it, you could put the title on EO. They're not going to, I feel, because we're not done with Rhea and Liv Morgan. Does anything end in this place? Why did we do War Games if it wasn't going to end stuff?
Exactly.
That's just the bridge. This is just the beginning.
More WWE logic, man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Liv Morgan wins.
Liv probably wins. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if some of these comments are I went to bed as 11 as well. As a parent, Hubs, you know what you were trying to do at a certain time. The kids are never asleep. Sorry to put that image in your head. Listen, McKinney, wow. if you're ever in that situation and you're a parent, you don't know what to do, you put the dresser in front of the door. An old dude taught me this, and tell them you're cleaning. And then when they try to get it, you should be cleaning your room too. Oh, okay. He said that's how he used to do it every time. Mm-hmm. Sorry, this is Clash After Dark. Conrad looking for logic in WWE isn't looking for logic when it comes out with these WWE diehard mouths.
Come on, man.
Quill says Finn Balor's my favorite wrestler. It's a darn shame that after winning the Universal Championship, he never got his proper comeuppance in regards to being a world champion.
Agreed. It's terrible.
BJ in the house. He said, I've been listening since the beginning, but driving home. Hope you guys had a good Monday. Congrats, Sean. Also, the story never ends.
Thank you, BJ. And you are 100% right.
And then, guys, main event time. Cody Rhodes defends the undisputed WWE Championship against his former friend, Kevin Owens. Papa. Wrestling has more than one royal family. Adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes. If you guys could just see Sean's face right now, his hands are over his eyes. Sean is not a Cody fan.
So I hate him so much, bro. In this role, I hate him so much.
All right, let's put on the logic hat here, though, for a second. Being 100% serious.
Sure.
Is Cody walking out with the championship? I feel there's a threat here.
Of course he's walking out with the championship, Conrad. Of course.
But I have a sliver of hope, though.
I don't, because this has WWE written all over it. Cody's gonna win. Cody is definitely gonna win. And I'm disgusted to say that. Cody is definitely... I guarantee Cody wins. There is no way Kevin Owens is going to win. Even though Kevin Owens should win, even though Kevin Owens deserves to win, he's not going to win. And you know that. He's not. He's not.
I just don't understand how you turn Kevin Owens' character and expect him to keep that momentum. Like, are we really going to do Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Like, are we doing that again? I hope not.
Did you not hear what he said to Michael Cole in his car?
I did, but are we really going to do that again?
Are you really asking that question? Because I believe it's already been revealed to us what's going to happen. He said, "I'll get to Sami Zayn soon enough." What do you think that means? It's December, Conrad. What do you think's going to happen?
Royal Rumble. I cannot stand. Why do you want me to hate the undercard for WrestleMania this year? Like, that's what I feel like. They're like, yeah, Conrad, you're basically going to hate this. I just want you to know that.
By the way, Conrad, do me a favor. Get out of my rental vehicle. Thank you.
Get out of my rental vehicle. He's been crushing it, though. Like,
he's hilarious and great and funny and terrifying. He's awesome.
I would say, listen, if you're in the room and someone's pitching the creative idea, I think you listen to it. If someone's like, listen, we can have Kevin win this and you have ways to go. Listen, Dave LaGreca for Busted Open, he sounded shook. He's the number one Cody fan. He was like, I think they're going to do it. He thinks that Cody's losing.
There's never been a time in my life that I wish I was wrong more than I wish that I'm wrong about this. Cody Rhodes, I guarantee Cody Rhodes wins. And I will come online afterwards and I will be glad to tell the world that I was wrong if Kevin Owens is a new heavyweight champion because he deserves to be. But WWE is not going to do that because Triple H is not going to do that. Cody's keeping that belt until he loses it to The Rock.
Yeah. Matt says a month and a half title run wouldn't hurt him.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Wow. Adrenaline in my soul. Only main event when Roman's off.
That's funny.
BJ wrote "whoa," so I had to write "whoa" with me.
Yo, if you think "woe is me" is that bad, bro, tell me y'all didn't hear him say, Chat Conrad, he's in the ring. He's talking to Chad Gable. First of all, he humiliates Chad Gable. Shout out to Conrad for pointing that out. Humiliates Chad Gable, then takes the mic away and says, I didn't mean it like that. Yes, you did, you punk. Then he actually has the audacity. You want to talk to me about me being unfair to Cody Rhodes? You want to talk to me and say, yo, Sean, yo, Hubs, why are you talking about Cody Rhodes being a cornball? This guy actually looks to the crowd and says, you guys can be my friends. Would you like to be my friends? What a freaking loser. What a freaking loser. Did you just ask 20,000 people to be your friend on national television with the WWE Championship draped over your shoulder? You're a disgrace, bro. He has turned into a sideshow.
T-Fergs here. What up, fellas? I agree with delayed grass. As much as I root for Collision shouldn't be on Saturday, you would think owners of an NFL team would know how big football is in the U.S. Yeah. Yeah, Collision's got a rough spot, man. I think we'll never go back to that Saturday night 6:05, but Monday's at 6:05 you're here. But Saturday night can't get that anymore, man. It's a wrap Rizzy for that. They need to try to get on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think, for other shows. Going back into this, we said, woe with me. Stop trolling Conrad. Can't stop, won't stop, Conrad. I'm on KO side. Cody should lose it and get it back next Saturday night's main event. But if Cody loses it, it'll be RKO out of nowhere.
If KO loses it.
Oh, he did pile drive. Randy did. Oh, come on. Could be. Did we talk about, was the Rock thing, is that this week or last week?
Is The Rock thing? What are you talking about?
I think we talked about it last week with The Rock. He might not show up.
The Rock is not going to be there. The Rock's not going to be there. The Rock's not making an appearance on WWE television until January 6th. And I wouldn't count on that. I hope so, but I wouldn't count on that.
said Hubs with the Bernie voice. Yeah, be my friend.
Will you be my friend, everybody? Be my friend.
You didn't do that with the list. Come on now, y'all.
Be my friend. Be my friend. Be my friend.
Why don't you yo, chill, E. The roller coaster he called him.
No, real talk though. Get that belt off of him now. I'm sick of him. I never thought I was Cody Rhodes' #1 fan when he was in Bullet Club. I'm so sick of this guy now. Like him winning the title at 40 now is like my worst thing ever. I wish Roman had won. I wish Roman would have won the match. I swear I do. I'm so sick of this guy.
Sean lives in a world where Roman would still be champ. Bennett.
Hey. Anything is better than somebody reaching out to the foul. Have you ever heard somebody who's supposed to be like a rock star talk about "be my friend" or "woe with me"?
I think that Cody and them,
and you guys have the audacity. Even though I'm not a fan of his in real life, you guys have the audacity to make fun of this. You make fun of that, but you don't make fun of the fact that he's asking the crowd to be his friend. What's worse? In hindsight, I'm no Hulk Hogan fan, but putting your hand to your ear like an idiot, are you telling me that's worse than telling the crowd to be your friend?
It could be.
Okay.
Let me say this for Cody. Sure. I think Cody and them are coasting off of, they're in the can do no wrong phase. Honestly, Hub, think about it. They added, and we didn't talk about the championship matches. I guess this would be an appropriate place to add these in. Hold on here. I actually had it for later on in the show. Where is the bracket? Here it is. These championship matches are going to be occurring here. We don't have a finals yet. Sean, if you're putting these two mid-card women's championships on people, who are you giving them to? By the way, Naomi out bracket busted by Tiffany Stratton. What?
Well, my pick for the United States champion is Naomi, 100%.
She's out.
I know. I'm saying, but what I'm saying now that she's out, it has to go to Tiffany Stratton.
I think Bayley.
Well, I guess.
Tiffany's got the briefcase. I mean, how long is she going to hold on to this?
Yeah, let's not act like you can't have a belt in the briefcase.
I mean, you could, but it's just like, why? Well, I can't. I don't want to be here in May, Sean, and we're like, is she going to cash in tonight?
Oh, I'm with you 100%.
Naya, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm here to help. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And women's, we do the exact similar kind of turn. I don't know. Very creative, Adam Pearce. They do the exact same kind of tournament here for Raw. So, any favorites in this?
I don't think the field on Raw is very, very attractive, and I don't mean that from a looks perspective. From a attractive as it relates to championship. Like who on this? Kairi Sane, maybe. Dakota Kai, maybe. Look, let's go down the line real quick. Leave that up for me, brother.
Listen, I know. I can tell you the finals right now. Mm-hmm. I see it already. Lyra, Dakota Kai.
Well, let's go down the list because you're probably right. Natalya, no. Kairi Sane, maybe. Alba Fire, no. Ivy Nile, no. Zelina Vega, no. Lyra Valkyrie, maybe. Kaden Carter, no. Raquel Rodriguez, no. Zoe Stark, no. Katina Chance, let's make this more laughable than what it is. Shayna Baszler. Like it's like the field is slim, bro. Slim.
And Dakota moved on already on Raw last week.
No, I'm just going down the list. I know,
but like you said, how many? What was that? 90% of the people really don't have a chance.
Yeah, and if you want to go to the top before obviously there's been advancements, but when the tournament first got started, Candice LeRae, no. B-Fab, no. Chelsea Green, no. And don't think Chelsea Green's going to win. Don't get yourself all hyped up. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you. Don't get all hyped up.
finals look like it's going to be Bayley and Tiffany.
It's going to be Bayley on SmackDown, so don't get all excited. I would love to see Chelsea Green get an opportunity too, but they're not going to do
it. Craziness. But that's your Saturday night's main event. Make sure to check it out. Saturday, December 14th, happening in Long Island, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. NBC is looking forward to having it. And if you can't watch it on cable, it's going to be on Peacock as well. So make sure you're there. Don't say I don't support. Guys, moment of silence for what happened last week. My heart was broken. The New Day, 10-year anniversary. Sean, we talk a lot of garbage about the WWE on the weekly, right?
On the week.
People probably say these guys are haters.
Yeah, they're haters, and they sound like that too. Haters. That's how they sound.
I'm gonna say something good here. This was so well done. The swerve, they got me. My heart broke into a million pieces because I was like, oh yes, this is what I wanted. They're gonna go right down this path, and then they were like, got you. You're done. Now I rip you apart. I was left in shambles. I felt so bad. I was like, wow. I thought I'd never see the day. Which technically hasn't happened yet, but
I absolutely loved it.
You would. Sick. He's sick.
When I saw we all knew that Woods has had an attitude problem. But when Kofi Kingston took that microphone and said what he said, you talk about shedding a tear. I shed a tear of joy because that was freaking awesome. This is kayfabe Sean talking right now. This is character Sean talking right now. Get that dead weight out of here and let's move on and be the New Day that we were supposed to be. He left us high and dry. He didn't give a crap about us. He's got a new girlfriend. He's doing countdown shows and post shows, and he's doing red carpets at movies. Meanwhile, the guys that you left behind are pulling all the weight. You know why? Because you're selfish, Big E. You've always been selfish. Why wasn't Big E that said, oh, why did he have to be the one? How come Kofi couldn't do it? How come Woods couldn't do it? You know why? Because Big E's nothing but a selfish person. And I am so glad that Kofi kicked his leg out of his leg.
Come on. Y'all don't mean that, man. Y'all don't mean that, man. Y'all don't mean that. Come on, man.
And one more thing.
The power of positivity. And Kofi was like,
it made me so happy. And you know something? I don't want to hear anybody say that the New Day broke up. You know why? Because they didn't break up. They are still alive and well. And I love it. And I hope that they win the tag belts. That would make me so happy.
Now, so it broke my heart. I like it, but I don't like it. It's weird.
Oh, Conrad, would you stop?
Let me tell you why, though. BJ said he hated this, but no.
It was fantastic.
Remember what the original purpose of the group was. And I'm going to get to your point in 1 second, man. I actually have it up because I want to say that line. There is an element to this, and I'm going to give a different take afterwards.
I'm all ears.
So no. Once we get to the end of it, because I do have to say Kofi's line. You broke your neck, so what? Stone Cold broke his neck and came back. He went down the line of people, and I was like, these aren't lies at all. This is bad.
It's true.
Is really bad.
It's true. You're selfish is your problem. You could have been back a long time ago. I love it.
Man, these brothers are so good. And what I love is that they're all getting an opportunity to shine from it. It was a good swerve. Like the way they played it, like the execution, I can't be mad at. My heart breaking into a million pieces for it, I understand too, though, where I was like, not the New Day, bro. Not the
New Day. You know what the New Day did? The New Day woke up and realized that Big E's doing nothing but dragging them down.
I hate when Shawn supports heels so bad.
Doing nothing but dragging them down. I am so happy they got rid of that dead weight. Good for Kofi and good for, Woods was right all along. Woods was right the whole time.
You got BJ getting upset. You stopped this slander even in character.
I love it. No, I'm not going to stop because Big E has been the problem the entire time. Big E has been the problem the entire time. Instead of being on countdown shows, why aren't you rehabbing? Etor. Why aren't you rehabbing instead of doing stupid photo shoots with your girlfriend? Huh? Why aren't you getting yourself together, getting yourself ready to come back? You know why? Because you only care about yourself. That's all you care about. All you care about is talking crap with Wade Barrett on preview shows. That's all you care about. You know why? While you're on TV every week, every time there's a pay-per-view, doing pre-shows and post-shows, where are Kofi and where are Xavier Woods? In catering. But do you care about that? No, because you're selfish. You're selfish, Etor, and I am so glad that Kofi and Woods have woken up to the fact that you are a selfish person.
It's only us now. And they linked up here. So
long live Kofi and Woods. I am so proud of those two guys. I can't even tell you.
Guy Will Gamble said people break their necks every day, B.
I mean, it's like what exactly are we feeling bad about? You broke your neck? Okay, I stubbed my toe. What's the big deal?
So Delayed Grass said Hub's on an island here, but I agree. I want to see Hill Coffey and Woods win those tag belts.
Well, if that's the case, Delayed Grass, then I'm not on an island because you, my friend, go back. I want that comment. We'll go back to McKay. Delayed Grass, let me tell you something, man. You just don't want to be me right now. You don't want to be the guy that tells it like it is. You don't want to be the guy that says that Big E was an anchor holding those two superstars down. But when you say Hub's on an island here, but then you say after that, but I agree, I want to see Heel, Kofi, and Woods win those tag belts. You know what you're saying? You know what you're saying, Delayed Grass? You're saying you agree with me. And you know what? I don't blame you.
Look at him. Look at him. Most interesting New Day thing since Kofi Mania.
I love it. I love it.
BJ says Triple H couldn't let this team stay as a unit, and we know why.
All right, well, if we're going to get into real stuff, then I'm going to change. My attitude's going to change. This is character Sean right now. I was hoping we were having some fun.
Yeah. Matt brings up it's funny if the reports are true. The original plan was if I'll say his name. We don't know. With that, Odyssey Jones didn't get fired. We don't know if that's what happened, but this would have been the same with Jones replacing E.
Outside of whatever the accusations aside, I would have loved it. I would have loved them to replace Big E. You know why? Because Big E, Conrad, you know what happens when you don't hold your weight? You get kicked off the ship. That's what happens. So for me, Big E needs to go back to his cushy desk job, okay? Have fun with Wade Barrett and whatever that girl's name is who used to cover hockey. I don't even know her name. Go back. Enjoy.
Jackie Redmond.
God bless her. Go back. Have fun. Chuckle it up in roll triple ZX of the pay-per-view and throw it to the press conference because you're no longer welcome here at New Day Enterprises. And by the way, New Day Enterprises is what they should call themselves.
Jocelyn said, I laughed. It's almost been 5 years since I watched Raw. We should have known what was going to happen.
I laughed with pleasure and joy, Jocelyn, and I'm right there with you.
It's just us, Oos.
That's right. That's right.
Let's look at this real quick.
Am I still in character or are we getting serious?
I'm all right. I'm trying to bring up some stuff.
Right,
we remember how the New Day started, right?
Yeah,
they came in with the preacher gimmick. Rumor has it they were going to be like a nation of domination, and then they kind of had to put themselves out there and convince Gomez at the time, who was in charge. It goes back to what E wrote in that Players Tribune. Did you have a chance to read the whole thing, Sean?
I read some of it.
Did you like what he said about, as a black wrestler, it is difficult for us to put ourselves into these, you fit in boxes in the world. You're fitting into the person who's calling the shots vision versus, no, that's not who we are. He plays video games. We're all athletes. We're all nerds. We like anime. We can do funny stuff. We're funny people. You big meaty men slapping meat. We've all heard the line from their podcast. Mm-hmm. They're silly. They're fun. And that's what they wanted to portray. I do love the New Day for that. And I do think it was important for the representation to see them all together. They've went through many looks. Who else could dress up in Christmas gear like this and pull it off that says who all on it? And Talk about eating bootios. Give these brothers credit, man. Not a lot of people will get their own cereal and be able to pull this off. They said, give us a chance, and called their shot and pulled it off right in front of Gomez's face. And I don't know if he was against it or if he fully believed it, but it worked.
All jokes aside, getting out of character now. This is no longer heel Sean. This is journalist Sean. The New Day is one of the greatest teams of all time. I love them. I always have, always will. I think this is a way to get away from Big E. I think Big E may have gotten – this is my prediction. Some people in chat, I'm being serious right now. You guys can let me know if you agree or disagree. Conrad, please let me know if you agree or disagree. There's been conflicting reports that this happened because Big E is going to be cleared and then he's going to come back and get his revenge. And there's also contradicting reports that say that Big E is done and maybe Big E, this is a way to remove Big E from the situation. I believe the latter. God bless him. God bless him. I think Big E's injury is never going to heal to the point where he can wrestle again. And I think he has graciously, storyline-wise, bowed out. And now Kofi and Woods will move on without him. And I mean that genuinely.
It could be. They were a unit for quite some time. They always found a way.
10 years.
Yeah, and I still think, though, with even the heel New Day, there's options here for them. They can reunite that feud or reignite, that feud with the Usos. They could get into many other things, tag titles, Viking Raiders. There's a bunch of things that you could do to just get into it. Or, they're the War Raiders now. WWE, I blame you for these name things I will never get right. Katana Chance and all that. Whatever. I digress. Back to the New Day. They don't do that.
That's what Snap Famous means.
T-shirts right now on threadless.com under Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Feel free to get in there. Yep. The New Day was a beautiful team. And I want to throw something else out there, though. What if this is the opposite? What if this is to reunite the New Day? Why did the New Day break up? What was the catalyst, did you feel, that was part of the breakup? The foreshadowing even before this?
Well, the foreshadowing was that Woods was starting to become a jerk and not appreciative of everything that was going on.
Go further back.
Well, the fact that they tried to bring in Odyssey Jones.
Further back.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me.
Karrion Kross. His motive has been to, anytime he touches something within it, bad things happen. Miz and R-Truth, boom, 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 boom. He brings negativity and he thrives off of it. He loves it.
Right.
What if the power of positivity reunites to put him down with the AOP? That could be something that you could do and get people behind it. Tonight will tell us in about an hour or so. Once they get into it, will tell us what's happening with it. But I'm just putting it out there. That could be the move.
It's a new day. Yes, it is. New music. I'm telling you, they're going to remix the music tonight. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
We are the nation.
We are the nation, live and in color. Don't miss the man, come will bum rush your mother.
Delayed Grad says, I really hope Big E can come back, but he proved himself to be a big class act. If the breakup was his way of bowing out and giving Kofi and Woods heat to launch their heel run.
Right. All jokes aside, I think Delayed Grads is hitting the nail right on the head. I think that's exactly what happened.
See, I'm going opposite. I think that Big E's coming back. I feel a little more like, I think he's good. I think he's good. I don't think so.
I mean, I would love that. God bless him. I would love him to be healthy, but I think that why else would they make this decision?
I don't know. I don't know.
See, because as much as I like heel turns, obviously I've been having fun with this heel turn. Truthfully, I don't want to see a New Day break up, but it has to make sense, though.
I'm laughing at BJ's comment. You'll see it down there in 1 second. McKinney says it's real easy to make Kofi Woods and E the angry black man by the time the issues at Ferguson were happening. Wow. Oh, yeah, good point. That push for them to be positive happened at the wrong time. E is selfish. He was trying to find his place in the industry he loved while Woods was stuck playing his video games.
Yeah.
Woods being the weak link.
That's how it started. I think that was his answer.
Jesse doing the cinema emoji. You could have Woods and Kofi go on a heel run. Clown says eventually they'll meet a bigger, better group with more members. E makes a save reuniting them all. Could be. New Day's coming out to Rough Riders. That was the WW3 track.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I was doing the.
Okay.
Making me want to bust out a freestyle. That was one of my ones I used to always throw on for a battle rap. BJ said throwing the fake drums Def Rebel puts in. Let's see what the AI puts together for us. After that New Day segment, that video of Paul Heyman telling Big E that his place in the New Day will be a footnote in his legacy. I feel like he's coming back at the Rumble. Big, bold prediction.
McKinney, I would love for you to be right. I just have a sneaking feeling that it's over. But I hope I'm wrong. I love Big E.
Sean has stayed by that. I will give him credit when it comes to that. Fast forwarding onto things, let's get into some of the WWE.
WWE.
Let's get into some of the WWE news, shall we? Breaking news, Sean. This happened on the 6th of December, 3 days ago. WWE has announced a transfer window between SmackDown, Raw, and NXT, which will see the GMs discussing WWE superstars across brands. If I need the fans to look at me. Sean, I've never even done this.
Go ahead,
I'm taking this.
Yeah.
If you do not boo the next time they announce the draft, I will be mad at all of you. When they're like, we got a big announcement tonight. We are going to be announcing the next WWE draft. I better hear boo this man, throw popcorn at him, do whatever. Throw garbage like it was the NWO the first time you saw him. Triple H does not deserve your dignity. He does not deserve your eyeballs that night. He doesn't deserve diddly squat. I'm done with this fake draft, bro. I'm done. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. And everybody just lets them slide for it. They've been sliding since 2004. I'm tired of this. It's awful. Why do a draft? Huh? Why? Sean, why do a draft? I feel like I'm on my CM Punk now. Sean, what did I do? What did I do? Absolutely nothing. That's right. Give me some muffins up here. I'm tired of this. This draft is doo-doo butter. And what's NXT going to get? What are they going to get? Rock's daughter, what's she going to get? Dolph Ziggler coming back? What are you going to get? This sucks. I'm sorry to say it. It's we're going to do some trades. We're going to make some things happen. We're going to shake these rosters up. You better shake them up for them 3 hours and call people up from NXT. That's what's going to happen. Shut it. I'm sick of this. And get Obafemi on the main roster. I'm tired of these games. He don't need no world title. We're done with this, man. Boo! I hate this. Go ahead.
I'll talk when I feel like there's anything you're wrong about.
I'm done. I'm through.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Freaking garbage, man. Boo.
The draft is a joke.
The next time that draft, I swear to you, look at me. Everybody in this chat, look at the screen right now. When he says that we're doing a draft, you better boo him out of this building.
Because it's Fugazi.
Yeah, what brand split? Yo, who did Swiss Beats on the track? State your name, gangster. Kofi.
That's it.
Transfer window. I use my Metro card. I can go through the window.
Ride or die, player. You ain't know? Oh, man. It's the new day. Oh, man.
Vinny said, I remember when the brand split used to mean something.
Yeah.
Why would Triple H come out to announce that? He hates being on camera, don't you know?
There you go, BJ. Talk your talk, brother.
Drop the draft now. This works better. Every quarter, each brand should be able to request or allow trades.
Right. Or maybe just stop with the trades. You got 6 hours of TV every week starting in January.
I thought Chad Gable going to SmackDown would be a great way to give him a rebirth. Instead, you gave him American Made and you just beat him. That's good for him, right? Thanks for signing, Chad. You know how Cody does that right before he hits the cross. He held him forever too, and I was like, "Oh, brother, this is bad. This is bad." NXT is about to get Gio, Otis, and Tozawa. Yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. It's a lot of dudes that can be swapped out from the main roster of NXT. Pretty deadly. Oh, Giovanni Vinci. Who's that? Who's that guy?
By the way, first, to Vinny, the only Vinny Relax point, I promise you, January 6th, 8 p.m. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Time to play the game. I promise you, he's the first guy out to shoot. I promise you.
Speaking of Raw on the 6th, thank you for the follow-up. Probably didn't even know how well you just did that.
I got you.
Raw on Netflix will be family-friendly and advertiser-friendly, Nick Codd said. So that whole rated X, rated M, they're going to be saying all these bad words. Wop, wop, wop. They said, must be the money.
Hurting me, must be the money. There you go, Conrad.
Gators on my feet.
Hey, are we keeping this going right now? Because you know I know the song. I like that song.
So this is me being old here for a second.
Relax.
This is me being old here for a second. So you know how you had songs that had to like fill out the mixtape back in the day when you were making them? That was one of my songs that I put on there. Like at the end, someone would be like, where'd you get Deion Sanders from? I'm like, it's just got to be on here.
And I'm not mad at you either because that song was low-key fire, bro.
Someone had to do it. News from today. Sent this to Sean earlier. TKO CEO, he's not the CEO, he's the COO, I believe. Mark Shapiro says that there are two. Let me go. I want to confirm that before I say that. There are opportunities, to expand PLEs to 2 nights. Sean, your thoughts?
I don't want to see 2 nights of Bad Blood. I don't want to see night 1 and night 2 of Backlash. I don't want to hear about back-to-back Judgment Days, okay? I don't want to do that. I don't want to see 2 Halloween Havocs. I'm good. Enough is enough. It's clearly a money grab. It makes me sick to my stomach. How much more money can you get? You guys make me sick. You disgust me. It is clearly a money grab. Nobody wants 2 back-to-back nights of Battleground. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm sick and tired of your crap.
Yes. So Mark Shapiro is the president and chief operating officer. So he is COO, for the record.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're ready and tuned in for night 1 of Battleground. Night 1 of Battleground.
Welcome to night 3 of Backlash.
Night 3. He said night 3.
Welcome to night 3 of Backlash. Thank you for your $7,000 tonight. I know everyone paid. Hold on. Hold on. I need a good piece of paper. Yes, the houses are up. We're doing great. We do 200 shows a year. I appreciate it. Yes. What crimes have we been? I didn't read the lawsuits. I know Cody gave a better answer than me. Put that in for me. Thanks. Why was Stephanie backstage when CM Punk debuted? I don't know. We have a legacy employee program that we were doing, and yes.
That's hilarious. Oh my god! Wait, my ribs.
Hold on, Vinny's getting half credit with me on this one. We're going to be giving away a house again. We thought that was a good idea, so we're going to do it again. Capital punishment, we're going to give away replicas of the Capitol, and we're going to be doing more.
Replicas of the Capitol.
There's going to be a championship belt coming out to commemorate all the presidents. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a great one. Thank you for not asking any real questions, everyone. Thank you.
We want to let you guys know that we've set an all-time attendance record for Backlash.
We have banned Brandon Thurston from this.
Mr. Levesque, isn't that because you had 3 nights of Backlash? It doesn't matter. We've made the most money in Backlash history.
Next year, we will present WWE Daylight Savings Time. oh, really? When the clock goes back an hour, we move forward an hour. And you lose an hour.
I'm lazy saying 2 nights of stomping crowd.
Highest gate for No Way Out.
Yo, welcome to 2 nights of In Your House.
E said you expect him to read 65 pages. He's only been COO for 15 years, B. I'm sorry.
We want to announce that this is the largest gate in insurrection history. We've sold 8,478,000 tickets.
Yo. Not gonna lie.
Oh, they make me sick. Oh, they're disgusting with all this money. It's nothing but a money grab, bro. It's disgusting, man. Oh,
I have no words.
Back to 2 nights of pay-per-views? I mean, how much? First of all, 2 nights. So you're saying we're talking about 2 Survivor Series, 2 SummerSlams, 2 WrestleManias. That's already in the mix, right? Some Survivor Series, not so much, but probably. Are we really talking about 2 Money in the Banks? Are we really talking about 2 Backlashes?
I think we're talking 2 Rumbles.
Oh my god!
I can see it.
Wow!
I'm getting a little slight feedback, Haru. Oh, no, I think it's subsided.
Okay.
Nope, I still hear it a little bit. Yo, Matt Lopez said, watch the debut episode of Raw on Netflix. Chad Cable's gonna get crane kicked by Daniel LaRusso. And we have Cobra Kai season 6 part 2. I could make jokes about Cobra Kai too. Part 2, night 3, Daniel San's revenge. He's back, baby. Daniel LaRusso. Yo, why? Just stop. Just stop with all this. Jocelyn said I can't with us. I'm sorry. Here's where we the fans have to start protesting the prices. You want them 2 nights, then prices will have to come all the way down. He said he's gonna raise them, McKinney. Raise them. Shapiro.
Welcome to night 1 of one night only.
Who said that? Was that you?
No, that was Emily.
Yo, Matt.
Welcome,
very good.
Vinny says, welcome to night 4 of Fatal 4-Way.
Listen, as the Final Testament versus Cobra Kai. Let me say this. Can I let me walk it back just for 2 seconds? I want to say this.
Wow.
I think the Netflix deal is good. I hope it stops the censoring of unnecessary censors. But I will say this. The whole 2-night thing, 2-night Rumbles might actually help the Rumble. Because I do find it that you're comparing both of the shows. You don't want to. Here's the thing. If it were up to me, I wouldn't want to do 2 Rumbles, but I understand why you have to for the fairness across the brand. It's just different, man. WWE took what New Japan does with 2 days of a big show and turned it into straight greed. New Japan fell back from it this year, actually. They're not doing 2.
They did. Two nights of bragging rights. Wow.
Who's gonna get the trophy? Raw or SmackDown or the trades that are happening while the show's happening? Yes.
Wow.
I'm through.
They're pathetic. They're absolutely pathetic.
By the way, we didn't go through the injury list that happened after War Games. Bronson Reed, broken foot, out indefinitely. Tonga Loa, torn bicep, out indefinitely. Jimmy Uso, broken toe, out indefinitely.
Oh, no. Jimmy Uso's toe is going to keep him out indefinitely?
I'm sure he can tape it up, but I'm sure they're like, take 2 weeks off to at least try to let it heal proper. We're not
I know I've had a broken toe. I didn't think it would stop him from being on TV.
He could be on TV. I just think that he's going to have to, like I said, take it easy. You were in a tough match, so it's like, all right, cool.
Okay. Wow.
We could do that. I didn't know Tonga Loa tore his bicep.
I didn't know something was wrong with Tonga Loa until he didn't show up on SmackDown.
Well, I knew something was wrong as soon as he said his real college when they were doing those things. Tonga Loa is hilarious.
He really is, though. He's really leaning into this not so bright character.
Let's get into the last bit of news. SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes kind of was like, I was your number 1 draft pick. Remember that thing? And he said, Nick Aldis, we doing a match here or what? And Nick Aldis says, I have a perfect person for you to face next week. And it says he's going against a new superstar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any ideas who it could be, Sean? I have one.
Bro, I know you know who it is. Yeah. Tell him your theory, though, please.
It's Pentagon, bro.
Yep.
It's Pentagon.
I mean, look, at the end of the day,
we can't be sacrificed to Carmelo Hayes to Pentagon, bro.
Exactly. Because that's the problem. If he's debuting against Carmelo Hayes, that means Carmelo Hayes is going to lose.
Listen, y'all could be mad at me. I wouldn't care if it was Apollo Crews. I wouldn't care if it was Humberto. I wouldn't care if it was someone, one of the dudes at Pretty Deadly. But we gotta do this to Carmelo Hayes, bro. That's a big deal.
Number 1 draft pick, also getting slayed.
Matt says he's thinking it's Trick Williams. It could be.
I mean, Trick Williams versus Carmelo would actually be a good story.
Yeah,
reviving the story from NXT, but I don't know. It's probably going to be Penta. And honestly,
would you debut him here, or would you wait till the Rumble? What would you do?
I would wait till the Rumble. We waited long enough.
Yeah, it's only that's in February. That's 2 months. Almost.
Yes. Well, wait. Let him. What is that? Let him wait for 2 months.
February 1st. You got to wait until so.
WWE's fault for having a pay-per-view named Royal Rumble in February anyway, idiots.
Matt says, welcome to night 3 of Beware of Dog. Apparently no one read the sign that Cody Rhodes will not compete.
Welcome to 2 nights of Good Friends, Better Enemies. Good Friends is night 1, Better Enemies is night 2.
They break up as a tag team the next night.
Yep.
It'd be great. Penta showed up in AAA this week and say he's taking time off. Speculation is he's waiting for his brother. Could be that too. And speaking of that,
Rumble theory,
let's talk about our AEW theory, Sean. It was not a good week for AEW in the land of news. Brother, I don't know what to say here, bro. Like, AEW's in trouble. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Not looking good. I'll tell you that.
But even if AEW is good, the optics are not good. Right. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. That's the bad part. Like,
that's the bad part. Yep.
It does. Meanwhile, I thought we had a really good Dynamite. I'm digging the Continental Classic tournament. The C2's been great, but this is where we are. This is what we're getting, you know?
It's just very discouraging. I mean,
it's
for 2 people like us, and I'm gonna include Derek too. Like, we really have an appreciation for AEW, but there's something going on over there that it's not looking good. It's not.
Guy Will Gamble says, haven't we been saying AEW's been in trouble for years? I would say the last year and a half, yeah, but this is bad. And look at what Matt said it perfectly too. Yo, Rampage was good this week. Like, I'm talking about, like, you better not miss Rampage. They had some good matches. And then Collision had some good matches. Great shows to be overshadowed by these stories. Let's get into these stories, right? Let's talk about the first one. Go back in time. Go ahead, man.
Fightful has obtained a document sent to AEW Human Resources and execs by Ryan Nemeth, where he outlines a timeline of abuse he claims he experienced while CM Punk was still with the company. Nemeth takes issue with AEW and a member of their legal department ignoring him, pleading throughout the process and after. The outline notes that Nemeth doesn't take as much issue with Punk as he did with AEW, allegedly ignoring his communication that he would be silently fired due to Punk confronting him. There were confrontations, job offers, settlement proposals, and more highlighted in the timeline. That's from Sean Ross Sapp. Wow. Can't hear you, brother.
There was a timeline for this. Sorry, I was letting you read that in silence. I should have been looking it up to see if I could find it. I don't know what to say. Do you need the timeline? I don't think people need to hear it. Punk, it was Punk. He called him the softest man. He also made fun of Punk at his shows. I don't know. He's even done it afterwards at comedy shows. Like, here's what I say in this situation. There's enough blame to go around.
Of course there is.
Tony Khan's not off the hook. Mark this down for Connor doesn't criticize AEW enough. Here's your victory lap. Tony Khan should have took care of stuff with CM Punk a long time ago. But when you read through that, one of the notes said that somebody in the back told Ryan Nemeth to agitate Punk, like get on his nerves, aggravate this man on purpose. Who did that? Because not only is Ryan Nemeth gone, you're gone. So who did it? Who would say that? And it makes you question, was Punk wrong then for throwing hands? Like, he had to have known. He's been in this business a long time. He has to know when people are messing with him.
You would think so. You would definitely think so.
Half the locker room didn't want him there. That's why he eventually wanted out. Could be speculated by many others. I just don't understand what happened here. The stuff with HR, here's the thing. I'm going to give you some business 101.
I'm about to say, you're an HR guy. You know the ins and outs, I mean.
Yeah. You don't know what happened with an investigation. You don't know because it's not your right to know what happens afterwards with it.
That's a fact.
So who knows what was said and done with it? Ryan Nemeth seems like he's taking legal action on this. Of course, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but I want you to look at the line specifically in here. He doesn't have issue with Punk anymore, right? He doesn't take as much issue with Punk. Why? Because you're going for the bigger fish. They offered him 3 years of pay to not speak on it. I'm not giving you any money now. So what are you hoping to get out of this?
Not a dime.
But allegedly, though, he has audio recording of some of this stuff, too.
Which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
And if that sees the daylight, that could be a major issue.
Yep. Because remember, we all wonder, why didn't Nick Nemeth go right over to AEW?
Facts.
Makes sense now. Makes sense now.
But it's a big mess. And like I was saying to you earlier off the air, like, you know, alleged situations and allegations are one thing, and you hope that they don't come to light. But at the end of the day, or come to fruition, I should say. But even it being in the news is not a good look for AEW. It's not. It's not.
And I got to say this, too, to Tokyo. Tokyo came in here and said, you got Tony Khan acting like Vince Jr. Didn't people say that's what they wanted from Brawl Out? That's what
was talked
Remember?
about.
Sean, we talked about this. You're not a real boss. Now he's acting like a boss, and people don't seem to like that either.
Because people are fickle.
You can't have him just be your buddy and let everything slide either. You can't have it both ways. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. Sad. Vinny said I haven't watched AEW in months. Vinny, tell me why. I'm just interested in your personal reason why. No judgment. AEW won't send guys to GCW anymore, but they bring Matt Cardona over for ROH.
Interesting.
Well, didn't Brett say that they're all independent contractors?
That's what he said.
See, we forget that part of it, right? No, he's an independent contractor. Two can play this game. Listen, you don't throw rocks at the guy with the machine gun. Quote to Roddy Piper. You just don't do stuff like that. I think GCW messed up. By the way, I guess I'm going to jump into the Effie portion of this because I had it down here. So Effie is now going to not take on Ricky Starks. He's going to go up against Matt Cardona. But did you peep this, Sean? I think I sent you this.
Effie issues further comment on viral remarks toward Tony Khan. Doesn't want to push fans away from GCW.
Too late, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Once you let it out the bottle, you can't put it back in.
You can't unring a bell.
Thank you. That's a good. That's your famous one. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Going through it, Mark Briscoe Okada on Rampage was a banger. It was good. Did AEW HR manager get fired? I don't know. I don't even know who it is. Honestly, that's like some real behind the scenes stuff. I've said it since the CM Punk issues. Tony is a good owner, but he is not a boss. And the fact that he went to HR and nothing was taken seriously, in my opinion, if he has receipts, touche. If all the receipts pan out, you got to remember too, this is the same guy who got Bill DeMott fired from NXT. He was one of them.
That says a lot.
I hope everyone knows that he's not going to work anywhere again. More than likely.
Yeah. Wow.
It's game. Well, I mean, he could be in TNA, but if something goes sideways in TNA and he gets mad and he doesn't like it, he's gone.
You're talking right. I agree with you.
James said the Miami Dolphins medical team invading AEW. Chill. He's holding talent when they want to leave. All right. I guess it's time to get into that portion of it now too, Sean. AEW not using Ray Phoenix is wrong. Somebody said bleeping wrong. Ray Phoenix said, I will have my chance to speak the truth.
Whatever truth that is.
And then, Sean, his next line here is the one where I was like, what are we talking about?
I mean, and it's just a wild accusation that if it's true, it's terrible. But if it's bad, it still brings bad shadow and bad light to, I mean, it's inhumane treatment. My God.
He said no one stays in a place where they receive inhumane treatment.
That
I don't know if he knows what
an accusation, man.
Inhumane is bad.
Real bad.
So here we go. Sean, if you want, take that one
Absolutely.
For us here.
Expect Lucha Brothers to go more in depth about their. Oh my goodness! Expect Lucha Brothers to go more in depth about their time in AEW when they are free and clear to do so. And when they do, it's going to be ugly.
I want to give credit to Dr. Chris Featherstone, who works with Vince Russo over at Sportskeeda and stuff. That's who this came from, for the record. And Phoenix commented underneath it twice.
And he says, unfortunately, due to contractual issues, I cannot speak now, but I will have my time. Wow.
And he also said, so far, the most accurate comment. I wonder who they got the info from. Just saying, guys. Sorry. And then apparently he didn't care this morning. So I needed a doctor and you ignored me for months, he then wrote.
That is one heck of an accusation.
Now, for once, I'm going to use Brian Alvarez as a source. He mentioned it today, and he has mentioned it before, even with the CM Punk stuff. Mm-hmm. WWE and AEW do their injuries that they pay for differently. WWE as a person, blah, 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 pay for it, whatever. AEW lets you have the choice. You can go see a doctor, then you pay for it, and then AEW reimburses you.
Right.
After the fact, but you got to go onto a portal. Alvarez describes it pretty well. You got to go into a portal. So when you say that you didn't let him see a doctor, were they supposed to provide you the doctor? Right. Or there's questions to this then, because that doesn't make sense. That was
a lot of loose ends, man, because that would insinuate that they didn't let you see a doctor, yet you're supposed to go out and get your own doctor and then bring back the bill.
All of this seems very, very weird. And I'll tell you guys this. I'm going to bring up another story. I sent this to Sean earlier. Listen, Dutch Mantel. I have respect for Dutch's wrestling knowledge. He's probably regarded as one of the top 10 bookers in wrestling history. Not tooting the guy's horn, I'm just saying. He booked in Puerto Rico, TNA. He's the reason why Gail Kim, he's probably the reason why women's wrestling is as popular as it is. He's one of the spokes for it.
He's one of the pioneers of that division.
He's the reason Awesome Kong and Gail Kim changed it in TNA. Now, to say this, he mentioned that he had an issue with Conan one time. You guys can go look it up. He mentioned Conan in a lawsuit involving TNA. And he seemed like he wasn't with what Conan was doing. He was like, listen, if it's true, it's true. And you get your money then. But he seemed like he was like, I'm not, nope. Mm-hmm. He wasn't with what Conan was doing. And it involved medical stuff. Saying, my stuff wasn't taken care of, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if he got paid to stay away or what happened in the end of it. I don't know the result of it. But you got to think. Think, people. Conan represents them. And we're talking about, TK should just give him up. Why, if Tony's trying to rebuild, why is Tony going to be handing people that he built up on a silver platter to WWE? Like, here's
all my hard work. Here's Razor Ramon. Take him. Now you Scott Hall.
And that's fine, too. People can work where they want to work. This is where I get into the beef of the independent contractor stuff, too. I'm not getting into that. What I'm saying is you got to see TK side in this, too. Pretend you're the owner. You help build these guys up. You let them wrestle in the steel cage match at All In. You gave Phoenix the international title. They won the trios titles with Pac. They won the tag team titles. None of them were like horrible runs. They're not the worst tag champs ever. People love the Lucha Bros. Now what? You don't have them anymore. Ricky Starks, you got him from NWA. Same thing. You built him up. There's some stuff behind the Ricky Starks stuff too. Don't think it's just, oh no, Ricky should be good to go. It's like, nah, Ricky also asked out of his contract and then he got a bunch of stuff and now he's still like, please don't renew that option.
Not necessarily. You're right, Conrad.
So I don't know. I don't know how people are feeling about this. We got a lot of comments, Sean. Your final thoughts on it?
I just think that people need to understand the business and the brass tacks of it all. And at the end of the day, you are an independent contractor, but there's also certain liabilities and things that have to go into a business acumen as it relates to working for a company. And for me, I just want AEW to succeed, and I feel like AEW is going down a really dark alley that they are going to have trouble turning back from if they don't get themselves out of their own way. And that's where I'm at with it. I don't think it's all their fault, but I think some of this stuff could be managed a little bit better. We've talked about Tony Khan. We've talked about his lack of business acumen as it relates to being a significant boss figure and not just an owner who dishes out cash. They're going to have to bring somebody in to help with this, or it's going to get worse.
I'm going to comment on some of these. Vinny said the drama got too annoying and everything feels stale to me. The Punk drama, the CM Punk Young Buck situation, the Elite situation, that is the new Montreal Screwjob. We're just going to have to accept that. Nobody ever said that I got the drama from the Montreal Screwjob made me mad and didn't want to watch wrestling. You know what I mean? I'm just pointing it out there. You can feel how you want to feel.
No, that's true.
But it's the same thing. Like I said, if it's WWE, it's all right. I can stick it out. But when it's someone else, oh, nope, throw it away.
And that's the part where we have to get a little better as a wrestling community. You know, I think that we really lack in that area of, like, for some reason, these fumbles that WWE makes are forgiven, yet AEW are crucified for it. I don't understand that.
Right. Deanna said AEW drama overshadows the product. Once again, BJ has pointed this out. They get 300% more clicks on negative AEW news than anything positive. Doesn't matter. You have a good match, a good story. Doesn't matter. All of that just messes it up. Matt said Effie's trying to stay face. I definitely agree with that. Jocelyn said, I said in another Discord, Tony is acting like Vince. Why be mad when that is part of the business? Antonio has a degree in business and marketing, so he's going to do what's best for his brand. I hear you, but you also signed the contract with him that said if you get hurt, I'll take care of it, but I need you to make up the time.
Right.
So now he's like, oh, you think you're going over there? After Conan basically played him to his face. He basically did a mafia thing where he was like, yeah, do it and see what happens. What goes around is going to come around, Tony. And now he's pulling people from you, and he thinks that they're just going to do it willy-nilly, and people are backstage bragging about it. This wouldn't be a story if some of this isn't true.
Right.
They were backstage talking about it months before they were even allowed to talk to anybody. That's disrespectful, kind of. Like,
and I don't know who's buttering Conan's bread, but I don't know what's going on with that guy. It's like he's a wishy-washy individual, bro.
Eric Bischoff too. It's a bunch of them though. It's all the pot. Eric Bischoff talks crap about AEW. He went on NXT and got the lowest rating of all time.
There you go.
Someone said, what's it called? Yo, you would know this. Well, maybe you would. I don't know if you ever race horses. What is it called when you get the 4 horses in a row? Like you get 1, 2, 3, and 4 right. There's a name for it. It's not a trifecta, but they said that he had the 4 worst categories, bro. Most people dropped off, lowest rated segment. I turned it off when I saw him pop up. As soon as I heard, click, I swear to you, not even joking. Ask Rob in the chat. I'm not kidding. Eric Bischoff got turned right off. I'm not playing this, man. I'm tired of these guys doing it. They're hating on purpose, and some of it you gotta see.
It's a superfecta,
right?
That's what it's called. It's a superfecta.
Superfecta, right? I knew it was in a trifecta. That's the 3, but thank you.
You're welcome.
The realest question, James says here, is does Ray go for the NDA and get released, or does he hold out and release the dirt once in WWE? He ain't leaving this company without signing it. Is it worth keeping him around if he's going to cause trouble all the time now?
It's not worth keeping him around, but they need to make sure he signs an NDA.
I would. Yeah, you got to sign an NDA and say you're going to shut up.
Yeah, because I think what he has under his hat, whether it be under his mask, is pretty damning stuff if that's the route they go.
I thought so. We're getting some breaking news in here from E. He says GCW tells Fightful Select that AEW has pulled Willie Mack. I thought he signed with Ring of Honor from their upcoming GCW shows, tweeted by SRS. Tony has final say on who you're going to work with. And if they want to disrespect Tony, I think someone better get on the phone and try to call Tony and apologize.
Better make this right, because AEW stars showing up in GCW is very good for GCW.
I saw them GCW ticket sales too. And it ain't Tony's fault. I'll say that.
Pretty. Nope.
If the Lucha Bros are really going to WWE, how are they going to revive an allegedly new version of Lucha Underground? I don't think that's what they're going to do with them. I think they're going to just put them in the tag team matches. They're going to be like Motor City Machine Guns have been.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that'll be a prime candidate. Maybe break out. You know who I always felt like was a very talented tag team, but underutilized, obviously. You got to give like people like Los Lotharios a chance. You know what I'm trying to say? These guys are really talented in the ring. Like I said before, AEW has the best in-ring talent, in-ring bell-to-bell action. WWE has the talent to do that, but I don't know if they are going to. I mean, they focus so much on entertainment. The sports part takes a backseat.
Did anyone else notice what today was for AEW while we're talking about all this? I just want you guys to start hearing what I'm saying. Today was the countdown to All In Texas, their WrestleMania on sale, and Ray tweeted that out at 8 a.m. Not at 10, right before 10:30, before they're going to start selling tickets, huh?
Not by coincidence.
Just want people to notice these things. Just want people to notice these things. Yo, don't get me in trouble. Someone says CJ talk about the ponies. No. I'm not racing. That was a time ago. BJ said Bischoff knows how to get bad ratings. He did it in 2 different companies.
Touche.
No lie, I'm with Vinny. I haven't watched seriously in a while. Here's how I watch AW. No sound while I'm doing things. I see someone I'm interested in, I'll stop and watch. That sounds like me with WWE. I'm not even being funny. It's people need AEW to fail. Better hope not another economic downturn like the pandemic, because we all know WWE will cut half its roster to save money, and sadly AEW will be gone soon then. That's
exactly that.
And the first person that cries, that disrespected, if I hear competition from anyone, I'm talking fans, people I know, I'm going to decimate the argument. You're going to get annihilated like Nia Jax, and you're going to be done.
AEW is good for business, for wrestling, the business of pro wrestling, just like WCW was 23 years ago.
That's a fact, Jack. I don't know, Sean. I mean, end of the day, if you're in here and you got to give advice to Tony Khan and the homies, what do you say, man?
I would say don't worry about what WWE's doing. Focus on keeping the happy talent that you have happy, and focus on staying in the black and putting on a quality professional wrestling show in a small venue, and then you'll be able to build from there. Do not do anything but stay the course. You have the best in-ring. How many times does Sean have to say it? The best in-ring, bell-to-bell talent in the world.
He said EPW OTB. Yo, chill. We do have one of those here in Buffalo, though. Or we used to, at least. Yeah, the countdown has Sting and Danielson there. Yeah, no one's even talking about him. Isn't that sad? I don't know, man. I don't know.
What would you tell AEW? What would be your advice?
Release Ray Phoenix right now, but he's signing an NDA. And I would say, honestly, if the ball's really in Tony's court, I'd be like, you know what? Sign the NDA, and you're going to pay me out for the last year. What? I want your money. Pay me back my money, then, and I'll let you go. British Bulldog did it when he talked that greasiness.
Yeah.
Pull up and pay me the money. Can't say nothing then.
Tony Khan has the upper hand on Phoenix. He just needs to act like it.
I think that Ray Phoenix is going to do this no matter what. Because there weren't any issues. This is going to sound bad, but why didn't you say anything before?
Right.
That makes you look bad, too.
Of course.
Willie Mack was at the center of the JCW versus GCW feud and was set to wrestle in LA this Friday. Yeah, I know. Clown's a GCW guy, and I know that sucks for Clown, too. Like, you think that it's just the AEW fans that are hurting. No, it hurts GCW fans, too. What did they do to deserve any of this? You know what I mean?
Of course I know what you mean, bro. It's unfortunate.
Vinny said Britt Baker to WWE would be interesting. Yo, I'm not going to lie. I would sign that trade instantly. Go ahead.
100.
Yeah, go ahead. Have her in there. AEW has the best in-ring product. They had 3 great shows plus a good ROH show on Thursday this week, too.
There you go.
Speaking of it, ROH, yes, Chris Jericho, Matt Cardona, happening Friday, December 20th from the Manhattan Center. ROH Tix, that's TIX.com. You can get your tickets. Also announced for the show, we do have the women's television title. Red Velvet defends against legit Layla Hirsch. That should be a fun one. And the tag titles have been announced in a match. The Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, are going to defend the titles against the Righteous in a good old-fashioned bull rope match, if you will.
Babies.
Randy Orton bull rope match. I just remember that from 07. That's what I always say.
I was good. Randy Orton.
If you will.
Babies.
That should be fun. I'm looking forward to the ROH show. I like the graphics for it. Things are looking cool. You know, I can't say I watch Ring of Honor every week. I don't. I've been trying to take my breaks when I can. Oh, by the way, with Ricky Starks too, release Ricky Starks as well. If you're gonna release Ray Phoenix, release Ricky as well. Then that's fine. You know what? Take the lumps all now and say whoever wants to leave, go now.
Right. Classic thing to do.
Well, WCW did that one time, and you remember what happened with that? Raven was right back at ECW right away. Better keep him separated.
The next day.
Yeah.
The next whatever it was, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, so figure out what you're doing, man. CJ, where's the ROH DLC and Fight Forever? What's Ukes doing? Ukes needs to get a contract first, probably before they make anything, but I digress. I can get into the video game stuff another day. Speaking of arenas, Sean mentioned going to smaller arenas. TNA's going to bigger arenas.
Yes, they are.
They're coming to your neck of the woods, UBS Arena, Sean. Well, not really your neck of the woods, but New York City, July 20th, Slammiversary.
In that range.
Are you going to Slammiversary?
I'm actually going to go to Slammiversary.
Front row tickets, they're saying 600, man. That's crazy.
I'm not doing that. I'm going to Slammiversary, though. I actually made up my mind I was going to do that.
I said the roster better come out, sing me happy birthday for $600. Yeah. I'm getting a meal during the matches.
One thing 600 is not is 20,000.
LA for April 27th for TNA Rebellion. Do you think they sell these shows out, Sean? Like, just in your expertise, like right now where you are, that's a lot of people, man. TNA wasn't doing that.
New York will represent. I'm not sure about LA. LA, they're a little fickle out there. New York will represent. New York is a wrestling town.
I don't think they'll sell it out in New York, but I think they'll pack it in, though.
I predict to sell out.
Really?
I do.
I find it mighty bold that they're doing it.
Because it's going to be configured in a way. They're not going to make the building configured to 18,000.
Let me take it back. I will take that back if WWE helps them and it's like WWE versus TNA, I will take it back for either show. Or even if it's NXT. Because people will go crazy.
But what I'm trying to say to you is that it's just like the Tyson versus Paul fight. They're not going to sell out 100,000 tickets. No, they're not. They're going to configure the building for 72,000, and they sold 72,000. TNA is going to configure the building to about 7,500 people. So if they only have 7,500 tickets available, my brother, that means it's a sellout.
Weak. Joel says maybe 8 to 10K could be. I wouldn't pay 600 bones to own TNA as a whole company.
Yes, you would. Own TNA? Yes, you would. I would listen. I would pay 10 stacks to own TNA.
I'm about to put over TNA, but I'm going to down TNA for a second. Not down them, but I'm going to criticize them a little. I don't understand this like love infatuation with TNA right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad more so because I know who's leaving. Maybe I hope they have plans. I hope they have reserves built up. Like, this is what we're doing moving forward. Mike Santana is your future. We're going to get into it right here. Let's run through this TNA final resolution card. You guys can order it on Triller TV. That's how I'm watching. Also, it's through the TNA Plus app. I think that's what it's called right now. I think. Shout out to Endeavor who produces that for them. Who also own WWE, for those who don't know, and who also may have helped with financing this. I'm just saying, going through.
And you don't know.
This is going to be pretty cool, man. It's going to be on Friday, December 13th, which is the day before Saturday night's main event. Let's look at what we got. Winner gets a TNA title shot at Genesis. Genesis is back in January. Can't wait for that show. This is an all-star lineup right here for the 4 biggest names in TNA right now, not in the world title picture. Absolutely. Joe Hendry. How does Joe Hendry not the champion, Sean?
I have no idea what they're waiting for.
Is that not Chad?
Because he's leaving.
But are we? But you had time.
Oh yeah, they blew it, but now they're like, we're not giving it to him. They're about to leave.
I thought this was like the Cody thing. I was like, all right, maybe they're just gonna wait a little bit, and then they're like, all right, now we'll do it, and people will love him.
Doesn't seem that way to me.
Is he showing up at the Royal Rumble?
Yep.
Okay.
Book it.
Josh Alexander's got everybody sucking up to Scott D'Amore right now. WWE, we'd love to work with you at Major League Pro. So Josh Alexander's out here. His contract's up February 15th, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do here? With like, it can't be. It's not him.
Santana has to win.
Mike Santana's the guy, bro. You got to go with Mike Santana, in my opinion.
That's
my prediction.
I would go with Santana.
And Macklin is someone who I think you could have for the long term. Nobody has really like given Macklin the chance to showcase what he can really do. Go in on this guy. Like, just make him a focal point throughout the main event picture.
Sounds like logic to me.
He had a short title run. That's what I say we do. Now I'm gonna need you to be calm for this next graphic I'm gonna pull up, Sean.
Oh God.
Moose defending the TNA X Division Championship against Kushida.
What an idiot. I hope Moose ends this guy's career.
Hey, come on now. Kushida's not wearing the bubble jacket.
Kayfabe.
Kushida's not wearing the jacket. I really don't think.
That stupid haircut.
He doesn't have a chance, man.
Macklin. Moose is going to destroy him. And rightfully so.
We have a rematch for the TNA Tag Team Championship in a tables match. It's going to be the Hardys versus the System, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers.
System win back the belts.
I don't. Are they going? Is there international tour? Is that sad that we have to do this for predictions with Jeff Hardy? Are there any international tours or anything coming up?
Well, you got to make sure, because that's the reason why I'm saying they're going to lose. I think that was a nostalgic thing. They're not going to keep the belts.
The Hardys belong here. I'm not even going to front to you. Like, this is the best place for them to be right now.
Low impact, low expectation.
Are you saying the good reason for it, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said impact, so I didn't know. I didn't know.
No pun intended.
Yeah. You got to say that when we're talking a little TNA.
No pun intended.
And one time for the one time. I just wanted to catch Sean doing that. Masha Slamovich, definitely the right person to carry the championship right now, going up against Tasha Steelz, someone who I think has been underappreciated by TNA Wrestling.
I know Tasha Steelz not going to win this match, but I certainly want her to. She is an up-and-coming superstar, and I think underappreciated is the proper and completely accurate way to look at her, Conrad. I completely agree. My heart says Tasha Steelz, my head says Masha Slamovich.
Masha's the money, man. I've been talking about her for years. When she came in, I thought she was going to win the title from Jordan Grace, and they didn't do it. Now, got to give her a strong run, I think. Yeah. Until you can find – I think they need to build up the knockouts division again, too. You got to get a couple people in there.
Starting to lack a little bit, just a smidge.
But send your best over. Moving forward, main event, TNA World Champ, Nick Nemeth. Dolph Ziggler, the brother of Ryan Nemeth. Never heard it that way. Versus AJ Francis with Casey Navarro.
AC is not going to win this match. AJ Francis is not going to win this match. But I love the fact that he's matriculated his way up the card. He deserves that. He deserves a main event slot. He does not deserve to be world champion. But I love this. I think that this is really the showing of someone who was underutilized, or maybe even in his own way did not live up to expectations in WWE. However you want to look at it, didn't live up to expectations, and or WWE did not push him the right way. But to see him in the main event of a TNA pay-per-view, it makes me very happy. He will not win the match, but it makes me very happy.
Matt says TNA sells out. They can figure for about 5,000 to 7,000. UBS in Long Island, that's a bold crapshoot. Nemeth wins, by the way. If I didn't say that. 100%. They could have rode the wave of Joe Hendry, but nope. Yeah, that was the most like LOL TNA thing they could have did from like back in the day. McKinney says TNA is bugging. Now, McKinney's Mr. NXT up in this chat.
Right. This is true.
TNA is bugging. Those arenas are too big for their product, and TNA is only connected to NXT's main roster, would overshadow their stars, but NXT stars are on par with the TNA product. Hubs, I'll give you $2 and half a stick of Big Red for.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Macklin is also taking dates, though, right? I believe so. I think that their contracts allow them to do that. Why is Moose in the X division? Their roster is thinning out.
It's the never open weight championship.
There's no limits.
There you go.
There's no.
That's why we're the best in the business, man. I lob them up, you knock them out the park.
Kushida looking like he's in crisscross, guy. Will Campbell said.
I agree with you. Gamble.
Vinny just laughed out loud at Top Dollar. Come on now.
Holla, holla.
AJ Francis, Senton, or We Riot. Why would WWE want Josh Alexander? What are they doing with Chad Gable? What did they do on the main roster with Thatcher?
I will say this, though, to answer that question. I think Josh Alexander will be a good fit for American Made.
I think that him and Ethan Page need to be a tag team again. Ethan, listen, I'm trying to be nice about this. Ethan Page, I like Ethan Page. I just don't think Ethan Page is going to be like mid-card main event in WWE if they call him up. Mm-hmm. Too many people have done it, and there's a lot of people who do it just as good, if not better. Put him in a tag team, reform the North. That's the best thing to do.
Or as WWE would call it, team up that way.
You could say that, you could do that, but I don't know, man. The North, yeah. Tony Khan wants him too, for the record. I hope people know that. Tony Khan has also made some talking points with him. There was a reason why they sent Konosuke Takeshita up there for Maple Leaf Pro. We fit in a lot of pro wrestling tonight. Make sure if you guys do want to cop that TNA, I'm not paying for that TNA Plus app. I refuse. Go to Triller TV. I'm being dead serious.
I know you are.
And a lot of people know what I'm talking about when it comes down to that. Go to Triller TV, order that show if you guys want to watch it. I'll probably have that and SmackDown on somewhere.
I will be cooking and helping my mother and father cook for some guests they're having for a pre-holiday celebration. So I'll be watching on my phone while I entertain people.
Pre-holiday celebration? I got to start hanging out with y'all.
I keep telling you to come down here for a weekend, bro. You keep playing, bro. You bring the whole family. The future wife and your wife can hang out. It could be a thing, bro.
What's on the menu?
Mac and cheese, like Christmas. Like we're gonna have Christmas dinner, but like it's an early Christmas. It's gonna be like mac
sweet and candy, sweet and roll. Let me get a dinner roll.
Yeah.
To the left.
Sweet potatoes, cornbread, mac and cheese, collard greens. We're gonna do chicken instead of turkey. It's gonna be good.
Tearing it up. What's the Border doing on SmackDown? You gotta stop.
The Border. That's a good one. They're gonna I said the team up. The Guy Will Gamble. You just knocked it right out the box. They're called the Border. That's exactly what they would call some corny crap like that. I agree.
Right. Clown said I'll be at Hood Slam that night. Okay. Hood Slam's good stuff. Josh is Canadian. You might turn him into Colonel Mustafa Hubs.
Yeah, he was in Team. Are we not forgetting? Unless I'm making a mistake. Am I mistaken? Wasn't he part of Team Canada at one point?
The North was supposed to be like a Canadian tag team.
Right. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. Ethan Page isn't Canadian though.
They're not Canadian. I understand that, but that doesn't mean they didn't have a Canadian gimmick.
They were the North. He rocks the Maple Leafs. I can see people saying it both ways.
Like, easy saying that they're not. I know that, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right? Josh Alexander as the Mountie. Chill, Matt Lopez. Chill. Why did y'all get this guy started with that's the shock stick? What's he doing with the shock stick?
Hey, former Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion. Don't sleep.
Yo, by the way, can I say this too? Vic Joseph on NXT, that pay-per-view. If I heard the young OG one more time out of his mouth, the young OG, what up? He's bouncy. I was just like, yo, what happened to commentary? I used to like it.
I like the whatchamacallit, the intro.
Wait, Ethan Page is from Canada.
Oh, there you go.
Hold on. I need to confirm this. I thought for some reason he was like from Ohio. Oh, no. He's from Stony Creek, Hamilton, Canada. There we go.
There you go.
It's done.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Coming down the aisle with a combined weight of 1,813 pounds. Josh Alexander. Ethan Page.
Canadian Ham. What a beatdown. Sean, where's my 112? Sean, give him that 112, and then we're going to mosey on out of here.
112, help me say, if she got what you want, she already had a man. Why would she cheat on you? Why would she cheat on you?
Hitting that Rikishi from No Mercy.
You know? He wanted peaches and cream. I don't know the words.
I see you dancing.
Looking at me. That you feel with me.
Dynamite this Wednesday. Winter is coming.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
It really is.
It really is winter time. Come over, check it out, man. We got some good Continental Classic matchups here. Let's try to enjoy this show. Hopefully no bad news comes out on Wednesday. Also notice the last time that other news dropped, it was a Wednesday. So
no coincidence.
Come on over. Let's talk a little pro wrestling on Everything Pro Wrestling. Me and Derek, 10:15 live after Dynamite. If it ends earlier, we'll try to get on earlier. But I thank you for that. Hubs, take us out of here, brother.
Make sure you guys check out Kyron and Derek every Wednesday night, 10 Eastern Standard Time, as they bring you the tremendous AEW reviews they always do on a weekly basis. Make sure you check them out. You know what I'm saying? My guy Derek and Conrad, Everything Pro Wrestling, right here on the EPW channel. Some new episodes of Hubbonomics are coming out. And make sure you stay with your eyes peeled to Hub's social media as well as Conrad's social media, because we may have an announcement coming out about Saturday night's main event. May have some special programming coming up for you. No guarantees, but we're working on some stuff. Got some stuff cooking up in the lab, you dig? So we'll see how that plays out. But make sure you check out our social media for all those updates. We appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys for the congratulations about the new job. Thank you, Conrad. I appreciate you, my brother. I'm really fired up about it. New Year's coming up, which means new blessings, man. So with that being said, on behalf of my good friend Conrad Cushman, my name is Sean Hubbard. We'll see you right here next week, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time, for the #1 collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere in the world, Clash of the Podcast. So once again, God bless, be encouraged, evil never prevails. Deuces.